Hi, welcome to my SQL database demonstration. I'm using Microsoft SQL Server 2008. Before we go over anything, this is a quick disclaimer to avoid any confusion. I created this from scratch without having a grocery store to consult for any database needs that they might have, so if you see anything missing that you normally see, that would be the reason. This is stage 1 of 3 stages. I normally do 2 to 3 paper drafts of a database and then 3 program versions of it. Stage 1 includes creating the basic tables, procedures, and views. Stage 2 deals with transactions, any extra functions that might be needed, and efficiency and design flaws. Stage 3, I'll be showing reporting and analysis. With that out of the way, the contents of this PowerPoint are the full diagram, some sample procedures, some sample triggers, and some sample views. This is the full diagram. Do note that it hasn't been run through any efficiency trials yet, and a lot of these keys will be disappearing. We'll start off with customers. This table just stores basic information about customers. I imagine club cards and such could be stored as the customer ID, but I can always add some extra columns if that's a problem. The employee table over here, that's essentially an extension of the customer table. This saves on address and namespace. It also allows your employees to act as customers without a hassle. It contains 3 Boolean flags as well as a department ID that they're working, and that should help with any employee searches or any views that might be needed. The department table itself contains the department ID as well as the name. The items table uses the ID as well as the employees table, and this allows searchers to search throughout entire departments for either employees or items. As for the items, we have 2 main tables, items and item types. And I have item types due to the fact that you see things like hamburgers in the frozen department as well as the meat department. The type table allows for searchers to search all departments for a general item, and the items table itself allows you to search for a certain supplier or a more specific item. And this table also keeps track of the sales price and the amount, and etc. We also have a table that keeps track of individual items, which would be floor items right here. I have this in here because I've seen things like 50% off manager specials or 50% off specials and various sorts of tags on items that get discounted at the cash register. So this helps keep track of that. And we do have some preset discounts, which would come off the discount table. And it has 2 columns, one for the actual amount to reduce and one to reduce by percentage. You could do both. It calculates the amount first and then it does the percentage. Okay, moving on to the checkout table. This table keeps track of all items that have been checked out and by who. And I'm not sure if that's legal, so customer ID will probably be getting removed in the future. It's triggered to remove the floor item from the floor ID table, and it keeps track of the type so that we have some kind of record of popular items and records for various record keeping purposes. It's extended off the transaction table, which gives it an ID as well as a timestamp. Also using the transaction table, and also the opposite of the checkout table, is the receiving table. This keeps track of all item shipments that are coming into the store. It's also triggered to affect the floor items table. You'll see this in the upcoming sample triggers. Before I go on to suppliers over here, we do have online ordering and delivery support. That would be orders and shipping over here. Basically, a customer orders several items and there would be an order record inserted for each item. A shipping record would then be created and linked with the customer for the name and address, and also given his total cost. After that happens, each of these orders would be updated with the shipping ID. Now, the orders table is different than the supplier orders over here, being that these are orders that are sent to the supplier and they're expected to come into receiving. Other than the supplier contacts over here, which is just the someone you can contact for a certain supplier, that's about it for the tables. Okay, this is a insert example for procedures, and this is on the receiving table. Basically, this just inserts the date into the transactions table, and then it inserts the rest of the details into the receiving table. This is a basic delete procedure, and this is a basic update procedure. Here's a basic insert trigger. It inserts a number of floor items according to the receivings amount column. Do know it doesn't touch the item stock in the items table. I took that code out so I can fit it all on one slide. Same thing for the other two triggers. Speaking of those, this is the delete trigger, and this is a update trigger. So basically, this would be it's a delete and then it's a reinsert. And unfortunately, I can't find a better way of doing this. I'll try improving upon this on stage 2. Here are 3 sample views. The top one is a selection of flow items, their sale price, and their discounts, as well as the total price. The middle one is a selection of suppliers and their contacts. And the third one down here is a selection of all managers who are currently employed, and also includes their vacation status. Alright, so that's it for now. For stage 2, I'll be adding in transactions for rollbacks, errors, and etc. I'll also add in some functions for item manipulation, and I'll also be skimming down some of the tables as well to attempt more efficient views. And of course, I'll throw out some sample views, code, etc. And for stage 3, I'm just going to do some reporting and analysis. Right, here's my contact information. Feel free to post any questions or comments, or even email them. And that's it. Thanks for watching.